largest cybersecurity education platform, just got real. TryHackMe just released their first official professional certification. And I'm here for it, folks. If you've seen any of my previous videos, you'll know just how big of an advocate I am of the TryHackMe platform. It has single-handedly bridged the cybersecurity beginner gap, making learning all this complicated ass shit doable and achievable. I've promoted it since the very beginning of this channel. Boy, how time flies when you're making manic YouTube videos in a mask. Needless to say, this has been a long time coming. So long. And naturally, I wanted to go over it because it's a bit of a game changer, folks. So all of you out there desperately trying to land an entry-level security analyst or SOC analyst job, listen up. I'm not gonna repeat myself. I want this to be as candid as possible. I mean, it's a YouTube video, so you get what you get. I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit this time. Let's be real. It's time for me to be a little more real about stuff. For all you keyboard warriors out there who will inevitably say something silly, let's address the two schools of thought that I've been seeing. Certifications are only useful if they're well known, or certifications are only useful if they teach you how to do something. They teach you practical skills. There's people on both sides yelling at me, stop, get help. There's also a handful of people who say certifications are pointless. You should be able to learn what you need to on your own by Googling things and putting two and two together. Just get good. Yeah, okay. We'll get right on that. I don't understand this line of reasoning, so just don't. But I'm sure you will anyways. The comment section awaits you. Well, guess what, all you internet goblins? TryHackMe is well known, and this certification is practical. How do I know? Cause I gone done passed it. That's right, Mad Hat is SAL1 certified, bitch. So let's go over the whole point of the certification, why it matters to you, and why you should listen to this random guy in a mask. That last one is critical, so stick through to the end. Because I've been holding back my opinions, no longer. Papa Mad Hat is done playing games. And to those of you wondering if I partnered with TryHackMe, yes, they've sponsored this video. Why wouldn't I want to cover one of the biggest cybersecurity learning platforms for beginners and their first professional certification designed to prove your ability to apply real-world skills as a cybersecurity analyst? It makes so much sense. The amount of sense making right now is through the roof. Let's go over exactly what the certification is. The Security Analyst Level 1, SAL1, was created and built to prove that you have the skills valued and wanted by top-level cybersecurity employers. And the process of creating this cert wasn't just a random throw a bunch of buzzwords and SOC stuff together and call it a cert. No! They spent a long ass time conducting research. I love me some deep dive research. I'll tell you what, sweaty late nights staring at forums. Good stuff. They ran hundreds of interviews, hosted user research events, built a mentorship program to figure out the knowledge gap between aspiring SOC analysts who could not for the life of them land a job and hiring managers who are looking for qualified people. They've partnered with Accenture and Salesforce, two massive industry giants that know exactly what SOC analysts need to succeed. There's quite a bit of work put into this, folks. And after all the painstaking research, TryHackMe came to the conclusion for a certification to be valuable, it needs to reflect how a SOC works, how a SOC operates. The test itself has to prove to hiring managers, if you can pass this exam, you know how to work at a SOC. Simple. Proof that you know how to do the job. Triage alerts, investigate, escalate, the whole 9 yards. So how does it do that? With a 24-hour, two-part exam. First part is multiple choice questions to gauge your fundamentals. Because if you don't know the basics, then what are we even doing here? You won't last in a SOC. And honestly, if you can't pass these multiple choice questions, I would seriously question what business you have working at a SOC anyways. Literally fundamental core knowledge. That should be second nature to you, working in cybersecurity. But people will still say, multiple choice doesn't prove you know anything. Well, what does failing the multiple choice prove? That you literally know nothing? Come on, guys. I just can't with the comments that I'm getting these days. Now, that might sound brutal, but the gloves are coming off, and this should go without saying, but I have to say it, because what's obvious to me apparently isn't obvious to everyone. You gotta know the core concepts, folks, like networking, threat detection, log analysis. Naturally, once you prove that you know what you should know, you have to prove that you can apply it in a real hands-on scenario in a virtual security operations center. Now, if you haven't already checked their SOC simulator, this is what you do as a SOC analyst. Plain and simple. This is it. Alerts will come in, you have some context of what the business environment is like, and you have to determine on the fly as quickly as possible if something is no bueno, true positive, or just Sharon in HR doing something stupid again. If I could title this video Day in the Life of a SOC Analyst Certificate, and it still makes sense, I would, because this is all you do all day, every day. Exciting, huh? So the second part is a hands-on practical assessment portion, much like the SOC simulator, where you triage real security alerts, because a SOC analyst's job is to react, investigate, and contain threats. This section mirrors real-world job tasks, requiring you to analyze logs, identify malicious activity, and recommend mitigation steps. Classify either as a true positive or as the bane of all SOC analysts everywhere, false positive. You'll sit here for multiple hours and work on alerts. You've got access to a SIM for logs and a VM with the built-in IP and URL checker. And once you've found all the true positives and properly documented and closed them, boom, instant feedback, instant grading through the power of AI grading. It's time to prove that you know what you're doing and deserve that SOC analyst job. I took the exam with no prep, mind you, and I passed because I'm amazing. No, I didn't pass with flying colors, but if I may make some excuses, I didn't document probably as well as I should have in all of the alerts. I was speed running it, basically, because I'm cool like that, because I'm a seasoned cybersecurity analyst professional, a formerly job titled senior cybersecurity analyst professional, or so I try to tell myself every day. So I know a little bit about what it takes to make it out there, even with all the haters saying I'm just a weirdo in a mask. They're not wrong. I am a weirdo. And I'm sure all of you are wondering, how much does this cost, bro? I'm still living credit card to paycheck over here. I don't need another expense in my life. TryHackMe took your debt into consideration. TryHackMe took affordability and accessibility real serious. For all you Americans out there, it's about $350 for those of you who don't already have the TryHackMe premium subscription. But that does include 3 months of premium access to their labs and modules, which, by the way, the preparation for this exam and learning that you should probably do is completing the cybersecurity fundamentals and SOC level 1 learning modules. No, you don't have to take them, but probably should. Will I continue to make live streams covering those exact learning modules? Maybe, yes, probably. So if you already got a TryHackMe subscription, like me, you should. Just saying. It's reduced to roughly $300. And by the way, this does include a free retake. And if you compare to all the other well-known practical SOC analyst certifications, it's the cheapest. Nice. So that's what it is in a nutshell. Why should you do it? Why should you care? Well, having taken and passed the exam, I can confidently say it does cover what a beginner SOC analyst should be capable of doing. And I'm just doing my part to spread the word on certifications that matter. Certifications that help you get a job. And I can't emphasize that part enough. I surprisingly don't get a lot of silly doo-doo face comments, but I do. And some of them are implying or straight up saying that I only cover certifications or sites or what have you because it benefits me in some way. The audacity! Having worked as a security analyst for years now, albeit slightly burnt out, I'm a little charred on the edges, not gonna lie, I'm fried, but I am someone who's done their time. I know what you aspiring SOC analysts or security analysts need to know because I've gone through all the crap. I've gone through all of the crap. My life has been a storm of crap. Dead-end jobs, college, blue-collar jobs, more college, mix of IT jobs, certificates, and then finally a pretty sweet job. Don't be a certificate chaser and try to get dozens, but also do your due diligence and consider which ones are best for getting you into the position that you want to be in. And the older I get, the more simple it seems to me, but I'm just trying to do my best to explain it to all you folks in a way that isn't disingenuous. Like this is how I talk, take it or leave it. The point of certifications are to prove that you know how to do something that companies want to pay you to do. Without certifications that prove that, it's just a sea of applicants claiming that they know how to do something. And these days, it's thousands of applicants, thousands of Jon Snows who know nothing. There's also a sea of certifications. Speaking of which, I might need to bust out an updated tier list. And I've done my best to promote those that will help. Whether that's because HR won't stop asking for them every goddamn time, or it helps prove that you know how to do a job. Either way, it's going to help you. The cybersecurity job market is by no means in the best state currently. It's in Florida. It's tough, but if you don't want to be just another John in a sea of Johns, you gotta stand out and prove that you're the very best that no one ever was. Sure, you don't need certifications to land a job, but in my humble masked opinion, they sure f***ing help.